first off, my name is Hannah Morrison. I'm a social worker. That means I get to know kids, just make sure they're safe. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today. Um, can you tell me your full name?
Sure, Mackenzie Corner Dodd.
Okay, Mackenzie. And what day is it today?
October 25th.
Okay, you're right. It's Monday, October 25th, and we're at your high school today, hey? Can you tell me the name?
Yeah, it's Oak Bay High.
Okay, awesome. What grade are you in?
9.
Grade 9, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find Oak Bay High so far? Is this your first year?
It's my first year, yeah. It's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's okay. It's good. It's a nice school. It's new.
It's new. Do they have any activities at that school?
Yeah, they got lots of sports, musical theater, music program. It's good.
That's awesome. You just mentioned sports. Do you play any sports?
I do. I like to play soccer and badminton.
Badminton, that's awesome. I love sports as well. Could you tell me a little bit more about what you do outside of school?
I play on a soccer team and I take piano lessons.
Okay.
Sorry. My favorite is soccer, though. That's what I like to do.
Okay, awesome. I was talking to your mom earlier, just before this, and she told me about your birthday. You recently had a birthday. Can you tell me about it?
I did. It was really fun. Some of my friends and I went and played laser tag downtown, and then my mom took me and my friends to Red Robin's for dinner.
And you did laser tag and then Red Robin's?
Yeah, we did laser tag really first. Fun. Yeah, it was
fun. It's really awesome. What about this past weekend? Did you get up to anything this weekend?
I went and played a soccer game this weekend.
How'd that go?
Wow. It was very close. We really wanted to beat this team. It was very important that we beat this team because we had a bit of a vendetta against this team. And then they scored first, but then we scored another time. But then some of my team members, being kind of lame, scored on us, and then we lost. And it was heartbreaking.
Well, I'm sorry to hear you lost, but it's really awesome that you're into sports and, getting your body moving. I'm really glad to hear that. Just for the purposes of the rest of our interview, I'm just going to briefly describe a couple rules that I have for both of us to follow, okay? So the first one is, if I misunderstand anything you tell me, you can correct me. I want to make sure that I get all the details of your story right, okay?
Sure.
Next, if you don't understand something I say or something I ask you, you can feel free to interrupt and I'll do my best to explain everything, okay?
Okay.
Okay. The third one would be, if you're uncomfortable at all, you can let me know. You can raise your hand or tell me, and we can take a break because I want to make sure that we're not upsetting you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, the fourth one would be, if you're not sure about an answer or you're having trouble remembering, you can just let me know. It's okay to be unsure, but we want to make sure that we only have the truth in these documents, okay?
Okay.
Cool. And that leads us into the next one, number 5, is everything we're going to talk about from here on out is just the truth and things that really happened, okay? That goes for both of us. Mm-hmm. And the last one is that please remember that I'm here to help you. I'm not going to get upset or angry with you or uncomfortable. You can tell me anything you need to, and I just want to make sure you and your family are happy and healthy and doing well, okay?
Okay.
Just for the record, let's just make sure that you and I have the same understanding of truth, okay? Mm-hmm. So for example, if I were to say my t-shirt that I'm wearing right now is white, would that be a truth or a lie?
That would be a lie.
That's true. I assumed you already knew, but just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page. Mm-hmm. So, moving on, could you tell me about your family? Who lives in your house with you?
Well, there's my mom and my dad and me and our dog Fluffy.
Okay, could you tell me more about that? You live with your mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Where do they both work?
My mom works at A&W and my dad is a garbage man.
Okay, so like he cleans up the trash. Okay, cool. Can you tell me more about your mom? What's she like?
She's really nice. She's very pretty and she's very smart and she does her makeup perfect.
Okay.
She dresses really well and she gives me everything I want. She's awesome.
Okay, that's awesome. Can you tell me a little more about your mom? Like,
we get manicures together. Sometimes
Yeah.
we get pedicures together. She takes me to soccer. She's amazing. She brings all the equipment and washes all the pennies.
That's
She's
awesome to hear. She's super involved. Okay.
Everyone loves her. My whole team loves her.
What about...
You would love her.
I bet I would. What about your dad?
He's kind of a jerk.
Okay. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Well, he yells all the time and he smells like garbage. And he hates my mom. And he's mean.
Can you tell me a little more about that?
Him being mean?
Yeah.
He's just mean. He gets mad if I don't score goals in soccer every week.
Oh, okay. I'm really sorry to hear that. Could you tell me a little bit about your daily routine at home? Like on a school day, for example.
Well, my dad gets up really early in the morning to go and collect garbage from all over the city. So my mom gets me up in the morning and she makes me waffles with chocolate chips and whipped cream and syrup.
That's awesome.
And bacon. And then she also makes my lunch. She makes me delicious, delicious lunches every day. And then she takes me to school. Then I go to school.
Okay. Can you tell me what happens later in the day?
Well, my mom picks me up from school.
Okay.
Generally with Fluffy in the car. And we go home or we go get our nails done. And I go home and do homework.
Okay. What about later in the day? After you finish your homework, what do you guys do?
Well, we either go to soccer practice or piano lessons.
Okay. And what time does your dad come home?
He comes home later, like sometimes like 8:30.
Oh, okay. Cool. That makes sense. What about... Like, how's your family doing? You said you had a good relationship with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
What about your mom and dad?
Oh, my dad hates my mom.
Why
I think
do you
they're
say
going to
that?
get a divorce. Because he's always yelling at her and she's crying all the time.
Can you tell
He's
me a
mean.
little bit more about that?
He says mean things to her. Like she puts on too much makeup and she flirts with all the guys at A&W.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he's just mean to her. And I don't like it when he's mean to her. It makes me sad. And sometimes I tell him not to be mean to her. But he doesn't like it when I do that. And he also comes home smelling of alcohol.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or garbage.
Or both?
Or both. It's hard to tell one from the other sometimes.
With regard to our conversation today, do you know why I'm here talking with you?
Oh, maybe because of that thing that happened on Saturday with the wrench.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, my dad was not picking up garbage that day, but he came to my soccer game to pick me up, and he was watching me. But he had his work truck, so he was in the garbage truck, but he was watching me play soccer. And I guess I didn't score enough goals at soccer because, we lost. And then when I was going home, when he came out of the garbage truck and he didn't smell very well, which was really embarrassing, he told me to get in the garbage truck, but I didn't want to go home in the garbage truck. I'd rather walk home because it's embarrassing to drive around a garbage truck, and then I'm going to smell. And so he sort of grabbed my arm and dragged me to the garbage truck, and I was trying to just go and say goodbye to my friends, and he just grabbed a wrench and hit me in the shoulder.
Okay. So
First he picked me up. He showed up to soccer partway through, watched some of the soccer, and picked me up from soccer in his garbage truck.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then I didn't want to go home with him because I didn't want to ride in the garbage truck, and I wanted to stay with my friends and hang out with my friends after. But he made me get in the garbage truck and go home. So then we went home, but I was being sassy to him because he smelled bad, and I didn't want to be in the garbage truck, but we went home.
So what happened when you got home?
Well, I was going to get out of the garbage truck and just go hang out with my neighbor friends because I didn't really want to go home with them. But he said I couldn't hang out with my neighbor friends, so he dragged me into the house. And on the way in, I guess I made him mad because he had one of his work wrenches and he hit me on the shoulder with it on the way into the house.
Okay. I'm really sorry to hear that happened. Can you tell me what happened after you got in the house?
He started yelling at me, and I said, "You smell like garbage," and I ran to my room and slammed the door.
Okay.
And I have a lock on the inside of my door, so I locked the door.
You locked the door?
I locked my door.
Do you feel safe in your home?
when I'm inside with Fluffy, and my mom in my room with the door locked.
Okay. Are there any times you don't feel safe at home?
Yes, when he comes home after a long day's work and he smells like garbage and alcohol.
And by he, you mean your dad?
Yeah, my dad.
Okay. Okay. So you were saying that he hit you with a wrench from his toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe how it looked?
It was just a big silver wrench. Like with one of those buttons that you turn and it makes it go in and out.
Okay. Okay. And how has your arm been feeling?
Well, it's very bruised and it hurts to lift my arm up high, but
okay. How do you feel like your relationship has been with your dad in the last few days?
Oh, I hate him.
Okay.
And I wish he'd just like move out.
You should move out. Okay.
Then it wouldn't smell.
Okay. Have you always lived with your dad?
Yep, he's always been there. Well, except for the times that he goes like on a garbage convention, and sometimes he's gone and he will pick up garbage in other cities. But yeah, he's always lived there.
Okay. Okay. Just to make sure that I have all the details correct of your story, I'm just going to go over it from a couple different angles.
Okay.
So first, could you tell me all the details of who was around during this incident on Saturday?
Oh, like in the house?
Who was involved? You said you were there?
Oh, yeah, I was there. My dad was there. Fluffy was in the house. My mom was at work.
Your mom was at work. Okay. What about the what? So the what of this incident is...
Oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, the what is that when I was being sassy going into the house because I wanted to go hang out with my friends, he just grabbed a wrench and hit me in the shoulder with it. And I think there was some neighbors from the complex outside.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the when. When all this happened, you said was on Saturday?
Yeah, it was Saturday after soccer, so it was about 12:30 when we got home.
Okay. And the last question would be where? Where did this happen?
Oh, this happened on the way into our apartment, which is next door to Mr. Smith. It's on one side, and the other side I think is the Johnson family.
Okay, cool. So the incident happened at home, not at soccer. Okay, cool. Those are all the questions I have for today. I just really want to thank you for being so open with me. I'm gonna make sure that you're safe going forward, and if you have anything else you want to talk to me about, I'll let you know my phone number.
Do you have a card?
Yes. Here you go. I shouldn't touch you. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you again.